host IP address and kind of file a case against them, right? So that's why the trend is not to target a server from one client, target from distributed multiple clients. Okay. So this is kind of a distributed architecture. So this is what we call as zombies. So each zombie is kind of very innocent client machine which is infected, and they are all controlled by one single from one single source. Still, we call bot herd. It's like someone who's controlling all the sheets out there. Okay. So he controls every machine, and they won't attack arbitrarily. So what they'll do is he will try to first form a network of these zombies. Okay? And once he has a reasonable number of zombies, it's a coordinated attack, which means everyone will try to send this ping request at the same time, simultaneously. It may be only few ping requests, like 100 requests or something from each machine, but the number of zombies you have and the time they're all coordinated, so everyone is trying to attack a victim simultaneously. Still one victim, still one attacker, but they go through a kind of network of these zombies. So if you trace back, it's very difficult to pinpoint the source of the attack to one particular machine, because the number of packets it does send, the ping request may be still reasonable, say 100 packets or 10 packets, whatever is your threshold number of packets you can have. But the number of such machines that send the request simultaneously is too many. So it's very difficult to say who did it. So again, if you go and investigate all these machines, right, this is where forensics comes. So who from where all these packets were sent. Still you could, if you again go through all the programs that were running on this machine, that were installed on this machine, you could find out from where they're receiving this order or the command to do all these things, right? So that's why this bot headers, they no longer use static IP addresses. If they use static IP addresses that remain the same all the time, it's very difficult, it's very easy to find out from where the attack came. So that's why nowadays they use dynamic IP addresses, they change dynamically. And also the zombies don't remain the same. They use these zombies for a particular period of time, and for another time they use another set of zombies. They don't use the same group of zombies all the time. So they keep changing zombies dynamically. So it's very difficult to find out who did it, from where, and which zombies were really used and things like that. You had a question?
Yeah, that was before you talked about the dynamic dynamic IP addresses. Because I was going to ask if the botnets have IP addresses, then the server can detect who sent the request.
Right.
Yeah, but since you said it's dynamic, I guess
yeah, so they normally use dynamic IP addresses to make it difficult to detect who really launched this attack.
Even the botnets that they're using, even if the zombies that they're using, they have dynamic IP addresses too.
The zombies, yes.
They have dynamic.
Yes, they have dynamic IP addresses too. So it's very difficult to detect from where the packets really came from. So the statistics says about 25% of the computers in the internet are like zombies. So you may not know your machine will be a zombie for some remote attacker. Okay, so that's why you have to be very careful. You can't predict it.
I remember when I using MSN.
You were what?
MSN, a chatting tool.
You were attacked?
No, MSN.
MSN.
Yeah. And then sometimes, I think it's a long time ago. Sometimes when you log in, there's a message. That's virus. That's like because my friend didn't send me that link, but it's automatically sent to me. So is it the zombie?
I think it's not the zombie, but I think it's like a spyware running on Messenger is infected. We have to probably remove that, uninstall.
Yeah, because that link is sent to a lot of people.
Oh, okay.
Not only to me.
Okay.
And it's automatically sent.
Yeah, so automatically it may be connecting to people in your contact list, in your Messenger accounts. It would be better to get rid of Messenger. Yes.
I'm kind of slow, but I'm trying to understand this. If they try to detect the server, right? So server come from, when they find out what server, they can trace back to what computer, correct?
They're trying to attack the server, not detect the server. Detect from where the attack came. Like the server is the victim, you're trying to flood it with messages.
Right.
And you are not flooding from one machine, you're sending from several machines. These are agents, zombies.
So they try to trace it back.
You're trying to trace it back from where the attack came.
Right.
So if everything came from a static IP address, it's very easy to detect. So that's why the trend is to attack using dynamic IP addresses. Even the addresses for the controller controls all these zombies. Okay. So which means you have to keep changing because dynamic IP addresses keep changing with time. So
they mean the attacker got to get a lot of IP address to do that?
that's why he has to first find all those zombies. So when your machine is infected with something, it may be infected with a program, like a rootkit. A rootkit could be there for a zombie. The rootkit will be running, okay, and waiting for the command. So you will not know all these things. Okay, so your machine will be generating traffic without your knowledge. So as I said, it will be all coordinated. So if each rootkit behaves on its own, it will be easily detectable or it won't be effective to launch the attack. So everything will be coordinated. Okay? So the whole thing is a network of all the zombies. Zombies are also called bots. Okay? So that's why it's called a botnet. Okay? So botnet is basically how these the controller is connected to all these zombies and how they target all this the victim. Okay? So victim is still one single machine typically. Remember, so this is an example for what it's no longer a simple denial of service attack. This is an example for a distributed denial of service attack. Okay? So this is what attackers typically target. They want to launch a distributed denial of service attack. The Yahoo server in the early 2000s, probably 2001, was attacked using this kind of attack, distributed denial of service attack. Okay. Alright, so now it's just a review of the terminologies. You should know all these terms by now. Virus, bomb, a logic bomb is something like more like a software security point of view. So you may have some dormant conditions, say for instance, basically something that will not be executed until certain time or something becomes true. Okay, and if something becomes true, the condition is met, that piece of code will run and do all the damage. So what is a Trojan horse? A trapdoor or a backdoor is something that bypasses a normal security check. Okay, so it may allow some unauthorized access to the machine. Okay. So all these are small variants of the malicious code. Mobile code is all macro, for example. Okay, and rootkit, zombies, spyware. So spyware is something that collects information from your computer and transmits to remote systems. So that's what spy means, right? It collects some secret information about you, typically your credit card numbers, passwords, and things like that, and transmits to a remote system. Adware it's very difficult to get over all these things. Have you got the experience of working with adware? Right? Once it's infected, what are the websites you visit? The relevant ads will pop up. If you go to Amazon.com, then relevant book ads will pop up. If you go to some movie sites, relevant movie-based ads will pop up. So they're very smart. Okay. There are some programs, antivirus programs, to remove them, but I doubt whether they are really genuine. I saw some of them, and they generated their own pop-ups, and it's very difficult to get rid of them. Okay,
So it's just really a marketing tool.
it's a marketing tool. So they will first say it's free, but and they'll even say we detected it. They'll let you to run them, and they'll run for a while and say, okay, we detected so and so things. If you want to remove them 100% from the computer, totally remove them, you need to buy the license. That costs like $29.95 or something like that. And I don't know, you can really trust them and enter the credit card information to buy it if you want to buy it.
Yeah.
Right? So it's very difficult. So a couple of free things I normally trust nowadays are three. One is AVG. There will be some more, but I use AVG. Sometimes I used to use some time back quite frequently. But nowadays I use Microsoft Security Essentials.
Yes, I'm gonna ask you about that.
Effective. It's free, and I believe they have a lot of signatures, so basically they can detect most of them out there. Okay. And there's one more, anti-malware bytes or something. These are the two things I used to use when I had this XP system, but again, they outsmart them and sometimes it's very difficult to remove. And once Windows 7 came up, I think they really have a full-fledged Microsoft Security Essentials, so it's very effective. There may be a couple of more which I feel that I don't remember any.